Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. You know what's absolutely terrifying? When someone just disappears. Like 1 second they're there and the next, gone. No trace, no explanation, nothing. Some of these cases, the cops get really close to figuring out what happened. Other times, they don't have a single clue. And today, we're diving into 5 cases that are so weird, so unsettling, that nobody has been able to explain them. Let's get into it.
Okay, so picture this. It's Labor Day weekend, 1988. Virginia Douglas and her husband Frank are driving from their home in Massachusetts up to Bar Harbor, Maine. You know, just a nice little romantic getaway, right? They're cruising along, and around 5:30 p.m., they hit Belfast, Maine. Virginia asks Frank to stop at this department store called Rennie's because she needs to use the bathroom. Normal enough request, right? Frank pulls over, Virginia goes inside, and she's never seen again. Now here's where it gets weird. Frank waits about 15 minutes, then goes in to check on her. He looks up and down every aisle, checks the bathroom, even asks random strangers if they've seen his wife. Nobody has. But here's the thing that makes this case absolutely insane. There were no security cameras showing Virginia ever entering that store. No witnesses. No physical evidence. Nothing. It's like she vanished into thin air. And get this, instead of immediately calling the police like any normal person would, Frank just wanders around the store shopping. He picks out some lingerie in Virginia's size. When the staff notices and asks what he's doing, he tells them it's a good omen that Virginia will come back. Like what? So eventually he calls the cops, but Virginia never shows up. And the more investigators dig into this, the weirder it gets. First of all, why stop at a department store bathroom when there's literally a McDonald's 1 block away? Frank said Virginia liked those types of restrooms better. Okay, sure, buddy. But then they go search the Douglas house back in Massachusetts, and boom, they find bloodstains matching Virginia's blood type in the carpet. Then they find a clump of her hair stuck under the doorstep, like someone had dragged her body across the floor. Virginia's kids said their mom was super meticulous. She never left the house without making sure everything was locked up and put away. But when they checked, the house was a total mess. Food still in the fridge, blinds open, everything left like they just rushed out. And here's the most damning part. One of Virginia's kids was literally arriving home from out of state that same night, expected around 9:30 p.m. So why the hell would Virginia and Frank leave for a weekend trip right before their kid got home? Belfast was over 3.5 hours away. Virginia's children knew something was seriously wrong. 2 of her 3 kids straight up refused to ever speak to Frank again. They believed he killed their mom. But without a body, without witnesses, and without a confession, the cops couldn't charge him with anything. Frank Douglas lived the rest of his life as a free man and took whatever he did to his grave.
This one is absolutely wild. Summer of 2014, 19-year-old Maureen Kelly, everyone called her MO, was camping with friends at Canyon Creek Campground in Washington's Gifford-Pinchot National Forest. Around 5 p.m., MO tells her friends she's going on a spiritual quest. Apparently this was something she'd done before, just a personal journey to connect with nature, find some peace, you know the vibe. But this time, MO decides to take it to the next level. She strips off all her clothes, everything. The only thing she takes with her is a small fanny pack with a knife, matches, and a compass. Then she walks barefoot into the vast wilderness, completely naked. Her friends wait for her to come back. Hours pass. They figure maybe she found a really peaceful spot and lost track of time. MO was adventurous like that, and they'd been camping here before, so they're not immediately worried. But as the hours turn into a full day with no sign of her, they realize something's really wrong. They call the police. The search that follows is massive. The Skamania County Sheriff's Department covers miles and miles of dense forest, steep terrain, and rushing water. Search dogs pick up her scent near Canyon Creek, this really treacherous area with steep drops. Signs show she crossed the water and headed north toward Forest Service Road 54. And then, nothing. The trail just vanishes. The dogs can't pick up anything else. They bring in helicopters, but the cloud cover and thick trees make it nearly impossible to see anything. 75 volunteers search 4 square miles of rugged wilderness, but they find absolutely nothing. No clothing, obviously, no footprints, no signs of a struggle, nothing. After 6 days, they call off the official search. So what happened to MO? The most likely explanation is hypothermia. The weather was mild during the day but dropped into the 40s at night, and there was light rain. Without clothes or shelter, hypothermia could have set in fast, causing confusion and disorientation. She could have fallen, collapsed, anything. Some people think maybe an animal attacked her, but there was no blood, no screams, no evidence of that. Plus, if there had been a violent struggle, the vegetation would have shown signs. But here's where it gets even weirder. One of Mo's friends made this cryptic comment: "She may not want to be found." Wait, what? Would a 19-year-old girl really just abandon her entire life, cut off everyone she knows, without leaving a single sign she's okay? It's been over a decade now. No answers, no trace. Mo's family still holds on to hope, but the reality is pretty grim. This case right here, this is the one that really messes with me because it makes absolutely no sense. June 13th, 2001. Omaha, Nebraska. 19-year-old Jason Jolkowski gets a call from his boss at Fazoli's asking if he can come in early for his shift. Jason's car is in the shop, so he doesn't have a way to get there. But he's a responsible kid, so he arranges for a coworker to pick him up. The plan: walk 8 blocks from his house to his old high school, Benson High, and meet his coworker in the parking lot. It's a route Jason knows well. He went to school there, it's a familiar neighborhood. That morning, Jason does one last chore before leaving. He brings the garbage cans in from the curb. His brother and a neighbor both see him do this. He's wearing casual clothes with his red Fazoli's shirt in hand. He leaves the house around 10:30 a.m., and then he's just gone. His coworker waits in the parking lot at 11 a.m. Jason doesn't show. 15 minutes pass. 30 minutes. At 11:30, she calls the Jolkowski house. Jason's younger brother Michael answers, jokingly pretending to be Jason at first. Then he hears the panic in her voice and realizes something's wrong. Jason left over half an hour ago. He should definitely be there by now. Hours turn into a full day. The family reports him missing, but here's the thing: back then, there was a 24-hour waiting period. And even after they reported it, the cops didn't take it seriously. They assumed Jason ran away. It wasn't until 10 days later that they actually started investigating. 10 days. Do you know how many crucial leads could have been lost in that time? When they finally start looking, they find absolutely nothing. Surveillance cameras at Benson High? Jason never arrived. His bank account with over $650? Untouched. His car? Still in the garage. His ATM card and cell phone? Never used. His final paychecks from Fazoli's? Never cashed. So what could have happened? Theory 1, he was hit by a car. Maybe someone hit him accidentally, panicked, and hit his body. But wouldn't there be debris? Skid marks? Blood? They searched that entire 8-block route and found nothing. Theory 2. He wandered off injured and disoriented. Maybe with amnesia. But come on, in a city the size of Omaha with social media and news coverage, wouldn't someone have spotted him by now? The most likely explanation is that Jason was abducted. Maybe someone pulled up in a car and offered him a ride. If it was someone he knew, he might have accepted without thinking twice about it. But there's still no evidence. No witnesses. Nothing. Jason's mom, Kelly, turned her grief into action. She founded Project Jason, a nonprofit that helps families of missing persons. She also pushed for Jason's Law, which created Nebraska's first statewide missing persons database. It's been over 20 years now. Jason was excited about his future, had a radio job lined up, had no history of depression. He was actively trying to get to work early that day. The idea that he just ran away makes no sense. So where is Jason Jolkowski? What happened in those 8 blocks? Nobody knows. So there you have it, 5 missing persons cases that absolutely nobody can explain. Each one is haunting in its own way, leaving behind families desperate for answers and investigators with more questions than solutions. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more true crime content. Drop a comment below and let me know which case you think is the creepiest. Stay safe out there, everyone. And remember, sometimes people just vanish and we may never know why. I'll see you in the next one.